7 agents remain. Well, 6 agents and 1 saboteur. That saboteur is currently watching a diary from the latest executed agent Nate, his last will and testament.
So there's my alliance, the last hope. That's Nate, still alive. Kristen, still alive. Trevor, still alive. Oh shoot. Parker's dead. Joel's dead. Nick's dead. Okay, so our alliance is dwindling too. But then there's the Legion of Doom. They had Alex, he's dead now. Matt, he's dead now. Tim, he's still alive. And Aimee. So, oh wow, we actually lost 2 members of each. That's kind of creepy. The mole, maybe the mole's in the middle ground and is just like, oh, misinformation here, and killing us all off. I have this word cipher I've gotten out of everyone's notebook. I tried turning it in to Carlo earlier because I thought we just had to read out the phrases and it would unlock something. Unfortunately, he said now's not the time, but in the future I'd get my chance to use the words. So I'm holding off on that. So I feel like I have a good advantage there just because each notebook had 1 word written in it. And several of the dead agents' notebooks I've disposed of. So I currently have 4 dead agents' notebooks and have taken down the word and crossed it out.
When Nate got eliminated, it pretty much confirmed to me who the mole was because I knew that most people were going to put their votes or their answers on one person, but I knew Nate wouldn't do that. So if Nate went home, then it would confirm that one person's the mole. But if someone else went home, then my other option was the mole. So I'm really glad that Nate went home because it gave me every information that I need.
I came into this game basically being really close friends with Kristen, and she went and was with Nick, which I thought was really funny. We didn't even plan it this way, they just connected well. But to me, Nick was like my biggest fear, my biggest like person that I was scared of being the mole, scared of doing really well on the quizzes. So the fact like my friend went and like infiltrated that without us even like planning it just kind of worked that way was really, I think, beneficial for me in this game. I know it's not like a voting game, but like still it's important to like work together here, like whether it's in a challenge where you pick the next 2 contestants or whatever. I wanted just Nick to think that he had Kristen, so I like avoided her a lot and kind of made Jackie my number 1, which was great. I feel like I've played this whole game with Jackie and I've loved it.
Right.
It's literally anyone's game right now.
I
That's
know.
crazy.
I'm scared. I'm like, I trust you for some crazy reason, and I don't know if I should, but
It's so funny.
I'm not turning back now.
A lot of people tell me that.
I feel like you're the
Just in, like,
reason
life.
this is the final group. Like, you've been the connector. I swear to God. These are my real thoughts.
I work my magic.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm here because
Whether
of you.
it's Survivor, Big Brother,
You bring people together and you tear people apart.
Oh yeah,
As we've seen.
I like to break this all.
Cut to.
I'm scared.
Cut to like.
Yeah.
I know you're not the one.
I definitely helped.
You didn't do shit, you asshole.
I
Whoa.
did.
You're not the mole. I don't have time for this, my dude. Alright guys, welcome to your next mission. This mission is called Push the Envelope. People coming up will answer a question.
If you get your question correct, you will get to bank one of these envelopes. If you get a question incorrect, you must burn one of the envelopes. If you bank an envelope, I will put it in this bucket. At the end of the mission, we will open the envelopes that are in this bucket. 3 of these envelopes contain money. For each of those envelopes that you end up banking by the end of the mission, you will earn $10. Are you guys ready for your first question?
Yes.
On the first quiz, did the group as a whole play more or less than 7 jokers?
More.
Or maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
All right, you are all correct. You may all choose an envelope to bank. Let me know what number you would like.
Can I touch it?
No.
With 7.
Okay.
No. Touches envelope.
I'll take 5.
All right.
Let's go purple. Let's do 8.
All right. Thank you. You guys may step back. I will take the next 3.
I wanted to plant misinformation, not necessarily to have people think I'm the mole, but to have people not think that I can suspect the mole, because at the end of the day, there are disadvantages in this game. People can buy disadvantages to put on other people. Who are they going to put those on? They're not going to put those on the people that are uncertain about who the mole is, which I've told Trevor to plant seeds that I think it's someone who it's not. And so I'm hoping because of that people underestimate my ability to do well and they don't put any disadvantages on me, and that I can hopefully get near the end. Yeah, Trevor and I, we've worked super separately most of the game, but then we realized there's a point where we needed to come together. And so he's helped me a lot in planting the mistrust and trying to get people not to use disadvantages on me, and I'm here, so that's all that matters.
During the All for One mission, how many people came back with $5 in an envelope?
You came back with 5 once, or did you come back with
I
twice?
came back with 5 once. I was gonna say 3. My gut said 3, but I feel like there's at least 2.
We can go with 3. I don't know. What other kind of combinations were there? Was it 5 and
Were
10?
there negatives? There weren't negatives.
There weren't
No,
negatives in
there
that
was no
one.
negatives. Maybe it was 5 and 10. 2 or 3. Do you remember if you got one?
I think she got one.
We don't all need to guess the same thing, right?
Correct.
So if we want to get some envelopes, one of us could say 2, one of us could say 3, and then
Yeah,
one of us
I'll
could say
put
whatever.
3.
I'll put 2.
Okay, I'll put 3 because I just have a feeling.
That's 4.
3 is incorrect. 2 is correct. Each of you got it correct.
Good job.
We will now bank or burn. We will start with Jackie. Which envelope would you like to burn?
Ooh, I'll burn number 12.
All right. 11.
I'll burn 1.
All right. Thank you. You 3 may step back. In the very first mission, there was a group of 3 people together. In their envelope was 3 notebooks. What is the sum of the 3 numbers that were on their notebooks?
The people together were Nick. It was people that was downstairs. So it was Nick. No, Alex was his name. It was me, Alex, Matt.
So I know Nick had 2.
Nick.
Yeah.
Because I had it.
The sticker, right?
Yeah, I had 2. Hey guys, it's coming in.
So he had 2.
It's
Who else
working
was
for
it? Was
us.
I think-
it Tim and Joel?
So was it 1, 2, and 3?
I'm sorry, you can't look at. I can't look at you.
It was Tim and Joel, right?
So
Yeah.
But if he was 2, they were all together, right? Because it was in order. So it'd be 1,
1, 2, and 3. That's what I'm saying.
So
yeah.
it'd be 6.
6.
No,
yeah.
wait, what are you talking? No.
We know Matt had 1.
Yeah.
Matt had 1.
Yeah,
so it'd be
he
2,
did.
3, and 4.
Oh.
Okay, wait, who, what?
So,
We just need a number. We don't need to know who was in the group.
Why don't we need the numbers in the group?
Because he asked for the number.
Yeah,
He
but
didn't
who's
ask
in the
for
group?
the names.
9.
No.
Okay.
4 plus 3 plus 2 is 9.
I'm so lost.
I know that Nick was in that group because I wanted to work with him day 1, and I remember him being inside the house and coming up to help me and Alex as soon as he was done. Because of Stickergate 2020, Audrey also knows that Nick's journal number was number 2. To me, they were all in order, so that means it's journal number 2, 3, and 4, because I know that Matt was number 1. Which I learned equals 9 when you add it together.
I like how you're like, no, it is not 9.
I never said I was.
Yeah.
I was not in the math coalition.
Guess who has math degree?
I'm lost, but I'm going with it.
All right, you've all answered 9. You are all correct.
Woo!
You may now each bank an envelope.
Sticker gate coming in handy.
Go, 14.
I'm going to go with 10. All right.
I'll do 4.
All right. You may all step back. I will take our next 3. All right. During round 5, when you took the quiz, you got to take the quiz in front of each other. Who took the quiz in the fastest time?
Really fast.
Audrey and I try to go fast, but I feel like Matt's
I feel
faster.
like, yeah, we just went
Matt
like
was
lightning.
faster.
I'm gonna put Matt.
God. I'm not sure.
You can put another name if
That's what
you aren't certain.
But I feel like if you guys feel strongly about it, you might have a better read. Because, like, I
But
don't
also,
have it.
like, I didn't get to
I'll
like
submit
see
this.
all of one of the
Alright.
quizzes.
You two have answered Matt. That is correct. You did not get the answer correct.
What number?
And you guys may pick one.
What number did you pick?
13.
I'll take 6. Thank you.
9.
Oh man, there's only 2 of us.
I know. We had to
All
be
right.
smart.
Last question. During the 4th round of the game, excluding anything that occurred in the Spy Shack, how much money did the team add to the group pot?
Okay, so
That's
that
round 4.
that was the one after Big Brother. God, what was that round? Holy shit. Was that hide and seek?
No, because was Big Brother the last round of the night? It was, so it was the next.
No, round 4 was the double. That was when Joel and Taylor left. So that
Are you
was.
sure?
I think so. Yes, that was in the morning.
So that was the balloon toss one and the kissing one, right?
Yes. So when we got
Kissing was 37
so 37, and we got $1.50
and $2.
and $2, so $3.50. So that's 40, 50, 40.50.
Now is that it?
Um,
Just think about like that's
yeah, because
what I think.
we're not including the spy check because that's the round I won, I think. But we're not including that. And those are the only 2 missions.
There's no one else that got money, right?
And not in the beer pong challenge, I don't think. No.
Okay, I'm good with it.
$40.50 is your answers. That is correct.
Whoa!
You may both bank these last 2 envelopes.
Whew. Coming in clutch.
Number 10. Nothing. Number 2. Nothing. Number 3.
We've been earning anyway.
Nothing. Number 9. Nothing. Number 6. Nothing again. Number 14. Nothing. Number 8. Nothing.
We suck.
Number 5.
None of them have anything.
Nothing.
We love nothing.
There are only 3 envelopes left.
We did it.
Hooray!
Number 11. Nothing. Number 7. Nothing.
Are y'all going?
There is 1 envelope left.
I picked this one.
You did earn $10.
It was mainly because it was 2 couples and then some other little floating people around that kind of just happened to put themselves together. So it was hard for me to integrate myself into the dance. They were just like together the entire time, and I didn't want to be like, hey Matt, like, can I talk to you for a second? And so that was just a difficult thing. And it's hard to talk to Ame and Matt because they all up on each other. So like it's hard to get to her. I'm trying to like bond with her or oh, your stomach, Carlo.
So definitely one at a time? Or?
One ball at a time.
Oh fuck.
Alright, Jackie won by 1 ball. Alright, you ladies got the same amount.
How does that
The next mission we have is called Balls to the Wall. And while I get excited when anything has to do with balls, this was not for me. I don't do physical exercise. Just because I work at a gym does not mean I can sprint back and forward and throw things in buckets. So I go and I face Peaches in this mission, and we end up tying on the first round. So I decide I'm going to try a couple of different strategies. You know, there's things that weren't said in the rules that I feel like would give me an advantage to at least knock her out of the competition, so I know she doesn't make that last trip to the snack shack. I try and hit the balls more to my side so I have less time to run and more time to get balls into my bucket. No, the competition stops, we reset, we can't do that.
She's thinking of all the loopholes. Is she actually a lawyer?
Space girl, you don't know what you got. Show ground control, how you shake that astronaut. We shine bright together. The perfect constellation. You and me under the moon and the stars. What a perfect combination.
Shocker, Trevor ends up winning that round, and who does he pick to put back into the competition? Me, dying on the ground.
I will, one at a time. What the? One at a
Oh my god, and I had to face Kristen, and I decided, you know what, I'm worn out, I'm gassed out, I'm gonna try another strategy. If they shoot it down, I'll just do it the old-fashioned way, but better give it the good old college try. I go to the center and I start pelting balls one at a time at my bucket. There's 10 seconds left. As soon as I get 3 in, it's time, and I know I'm done. She beat me 5-3, so that really sucks.
Ame specifically tried to push all of the balls out of the way in the running challenge when clearly the rules were that you had to take the balls from the center. Later on, she also tried to throw the balls over to her bucket so that she could collect them later. I just really can't stand when people think they're finding a loophole when it's actually just they're like breaking a rule and kind of being a little rude. So she's still in, which scares me. I feel like she's my biggest threat right now.
I wanted Ame to go in as much as possible, so I was like whispering to Jackie, like, put her with Peaches because Peaches might be able to outrun her, and then they kept tying, so it like really tired Ame out. She got a little sick, which like I feel bad, but like that's exactly what the goal was. So, and when Kristen beat Ame, like that was major. Like little Kristen over here, she like just started working out a month ago, and Kristen like beat her because we had Ame tired out. I didn't really appreciate the like throwing the balls and shit. Like Ame, just play it how it's meant to be played. That's how I feel about that. So I was just happy with the results.
I got second place twice. I don't know another one. I don't know. It looks super simple, but it's like, since it's a short.
Jackie 8, Trevor 7. Good job.
Every time I see you, your love has got
I figured Trevor was gonna win it because he has such long legs, but I guess I forgot the whole sprinting is different than distance, so that might not be as beneficial. And then he also has to bend down for that. I had no idea Jackie was so fast because I was actually trying to pace myself at first and then sprint at the end, but that didn't work.
So when I got second in the sprinting competition, I was absolutely devastated because that's not the first time that I've gotten second place in the spy supply or the Shake Shack, whatever people want to call it. And so I really felt that I needed the advantage to like take my fate into my own hands. But because I didn't win, I'm having to rely on my strategy of like people thinking that I don't know as much as I do, so that hopefully if they do buy something, they won't use it on me. But I'm still super bitter that I got second place so many times because it just would have been a cool pride thing to be like, I went to the spy supply, like I'm one of those people, I'm one of the cool people, so.
Also, as we told you about there being a black market, if you happen to know the 2-word password, the black market will open. There will be another item available for sale.
Based on some information people have been passing along, I'm a little worried that it's been like made up, but Trojan horse.
Correct. This USB is essentially a message. It costs $35.
So here's the thing. I want to take that, but I need to have a good plan for what to say that I did. Oh no, but no one else is coming back down here.
Right.
It's getting close, and everyone's been like really tight-lipped lately. So I want to do the freeze ray because I'm not saying this is my final answer.
Right.
I want to target someone, and that's really like the only thing that lets me do that.
Right.
If it were like a question wrong, I think I'd go for that, but I'm not concerned about speed right now because I go really fast. So I think I'm gonna do the exception. Okay, I'm gonna say I did the freeze ray because I was trying to target people. I'm gonna say I did it to Ame. Thank you. Thank you. Let me just put it in my shoe.
Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure she knows the code to get into the black market. I know about the black market because Matt got to go to the snack shack about 2 times while he was still in the game. And he got the intel about the black market and what you needed. This morning, at least this morning for me, I found words in my journal and talked to Tim and Audrey about what our words could be. Audrey had the word stallion, I had the word deception, and I honestly forget Tim's word. But knowing that we got clues to the Odyssey in our emails before this game, Tim, in front of Audrey, decides to say, I think it's Trojan horse. And I'm just like, yeah, I think you're right, honey, but like you should not have said that in front of Audrey.
How I think it works is that she could buy something from the spy shack and that maybe she could like go into the black market too. So she might secretly have something really beneficial and I don't know about it. Like I'm aware that that's possible. I'm aware that I gave her advantage, but she like kind of already had it too. She probably already had it and just like wanted me to feel good and that I gave it to her. I don't know. But I gave her all the words that I had, which was like 15 of them. Audrey was whispering Trojan horse in her ear like right before. So I feel like, I don't know what Jackie has, but I'm okay with it.
round 3 when all the sticker gate stuff blew up, Trev and I had never talked up until that point until he was HOH. So we didn't have a relationship, and then after that first day, we didn't. Yeah, I did not trust him because, you know, he put me up on the block. But then by the second day, it was like a complete 180 with our relationship. We got really like chummy together. I think it's because of Jackie. We both trusted Jackie a lot. So now I do have a much better relationship with Trevor. Once again, I'm not counting him out yet, but I mean, I'm still just focusing on one person as the mole, and if that's not the person, then whoopsie doopsie. But so I think it's just kind of funny how we just done a complete 180. We were comparing it to Jerry and Colby from Survivor, which you probably don't get.
And with that, the final 7 begin the quiz.
Trevor's not the mole. Trevor can't be the mole. I don't think a single answer I answered on the last quiz applied to Trevor. And so if he's the mole, then someone else got 0 answers right in like an even longer amount of time, which I don't think happened. And I can read Trevor like a book. I always know when he's gonna betray me. I just don't sense that right now. So people that I don't know who the mole is, but I think I know who it is. So I'm hoping because of that, Jackie, if she got a disadvantage, she can use it on me. But with that being said, I have to pass the quiz for it to even matter, so
and I have no idea about Kristen. She keeps on talking about how clueless she is, and she's talking about how she's constantly injured by a previous challenge. So I honestly just think she's playing everything up so we don't suspect her.
I have heard that some people think it's me, some people think it's Audrey. We have some similarities in terms of our age and some other answers, so I'm hopeful that it's been spread out.
My top suspect is probably Peaches at this point. I kind of had my eye on Peaches since round 1, because she kind of, her energy was very different from when we all first met to the first day of the game, and it could all be like related to being tired. I mean, mostly it's just a gut feeling, but that also leads me to start noticing like small little things she did. Like in the bag challenge, she was one of the 2 people to get negative money, and she acted all surprised, like, "Oh darn, sorry y'all."
Because I couldn't connect with shit with Tim, and Ami was already sucked up with Matt's ass. So how could I get in between them and connect with anything if they're always making out?
See, this is what we need for camera, and we got it.
Oh, are you recording?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Damn.
What do you think?
I still love that.
My second choice, the other person I'm splitting on, is Audrey. Kind of similar vibes where she kind of played very low key. She's kind of coming into her own, so it might just be a factor of her being a little bit shyer. But I actually noticed that she has a lot of similarities with Peaches when I was going over my notes earlier. Everyone took jokers in the one divided challenge, so that's not really a knock against either of them. But it's just very kind of watching for the early under the radar plays and starting to ramp up into seeing like actual sabotage.
All right, my final 7 is about to become final 6. Congratulations on making it to the final day of the game. Congrats to Jackie for winning the trip to the Spy Supply. It is now closed again. Would anyone like to go first? Ame? How are you feeling?
Yeah. You can hit enter. Oh my god.
Yeah? How are you feeling, Tim? Tim?
No 7th place curse broken this time.
I'm so glad I'm safe, but that is the last person in this cast that will give me the time of day. This is the last person that's been sharing information with me the whole game, that we've been on the same page this whole game, and now I am officially alone in this game, and it's not looking good for me. I don't have high hopes.
I'm watching everyone like a hawk. I'm watching everyone like a bat. And listening like a hawk, so.
Guys, go with odds. The mole is a boy.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Wow, no, out of the way.
That's actually Trevor, you gotta go. I'm sorry, you gotta go. That never happened, to be honest.
I know.
Trevor has to leave next.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.